with PlayStation, so I had a brief blip in the broadcast, but well, I'm certainly back. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to some of the forums I've posted this in and give an update. That is a very annoying blip in the radar, but yeah, as you can see, the Fire Scorpion is now down. And actually, looking at it, it seems as though I actually lost part 1 completely. That is actually incredibly annoying. I guess I'm very much upset with how that went, but, well, I suppose to provide some context, I just soloed the twin Fire Scorpions, did that with my tank loadout. Now I'm going to go ahead, after I've posted the link to this new video right here, I'm going to go ahead and forge on getting back into my DPS loadout. And that's very annoying. I'm very, very upset that happened. Although I'm going to go ahead and actually look at YouTube here to see if YouTube... Actually, no, YouTube did seem to retain my first parts. I guess that's still annoying, but it is relieving at least that I didn't just lose all of that on video, but... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and update the forums in which I'd posted in before. Technical difficulties, that's of course annoying. Gonna just quickly update social media real quick. Yeah, very, very annoyed. Oh, so looking at my comments, Gamer5245, thank you, man. I'm glad you were able to find my new video. Of course, PlayStation being a little bit annoying. I'm not sure why that happened, but nonetheless, I'm just going to quickly update social media, and then I'm going to go ahead and hop right back into it. Just quickly updating my social media. That entails a couple of Facebook groups in addition to Discord. Let me think. I got Facebook groups, my own personal wall, and Discord. I just got through the 2 Neverwinter Facebook groups I'm in. Very annoying, though. I haven't had that happen. I had a little bit of a near heart attack when I saw an error has occurred and I got bumped from my broadcast. But thankfully, part 1 of my broadcast was retained. So, you know, heart attack slightly averted. You know, anybody tuning in missed me finish off about the last 5% of that second Fire Scorpion, but clearly that happened. As soon as I post this link into Discord, now that it's done, alright, it's time to forge on. Claim, oh great, a worthless insignia, probably going to be bound to character. What the hell, I'll pick that up anyway. Yeah, PSN had an interesting little time to have an error, but well, I'm back. Okay, so moving forward here. Okay, so this is actually annoying. I'm not going to get to reach a... Thankfully, these guys are all level 30 for no particular reason, so I'll kill them pretty easily. But yeah, I'm going to have to kill them, and then it's going to actually be onto Lostmauth himself. I actually, in all the times I've played this dungeon, I never understood why they even bothered to bring a bunch of level 30s, but evidently they did, and thankfully that actually bodes perfectly for me because that's going to mask some of the passiveness that my tank loadout provides. So yeah, this is a minor inconvenience, but big deal. I'll just go ahead and blow through this. Just again, I'm still not sure why these guys are level 30 because, of course, I'm soloing this as you can see. But if I had, like, I've been a part of entire parties where, like, we would have a hunter ranger and, like, they would just fire off their little bows in the air. They would land right on top of the cultists as they got in, and it would kill them before they even got into this area. All right, and they're dead. Yep, lay down an enforced threat and they're dead. So it is actually now going to be time to take on Lostmauth himself. And let's see how long here. We're at 46 minutes, which is not great, but again, I've been pretty tentative, so it's not surprising. Let's see, there doesn't seem to be a campfire around, so I'm clearly not going to be looking to take on Lostmauth with my tanklots. I'm actually going to retreat a little bit and head back to the campfire that I saw from before I took on the Fire Scorpions, and I'm going to use that to bring back out the DPS loadout. So just going to take a quick minute to retreat a little bit. Of course, I don't have anywhere near the movement on this loadout that I do on my DPS, so kind of just slugging along here. It's going to be a tricky little trek. I'm actually jumping up rocks, not jumping down. It's going to make it a little bit difficult, but I can probably make it just fine. There we are, and I've made it, so I can retreat to this little campfire right here and bring back out the DPS. And there we are. I'll now just return, and with that, I'll probably pop a couple potions and use my remaining scroll of power, and then it'll be time to defeat Lostmauth. Having a look at my comments, I'm cheering for you, bro. Beat Lostmauth's ass. Well, I will certainly do my best. This does not project to be easy, but I do understand the mechanics of this map pretty decently, so it's not... I'm not going in cold turkey. Like, I know what to expect from Lostmauth. I've been through this map many times with a party of some sort. Of course, I've obviously never done this solo before, so it definitely projects to be more difficult, but... Okay, so before I forge on, I'm gonna go ahead and pop us a potion of power, get up my my scroll of power. I don't believe I brought any other trinkets with me to the fight. I did not, so I'll pop my Tamora's coin, and, oh wait a minute, I don't want to actually run in with my shield. I'm actually gonna make a move. I'm gonna bust out the laughing, actually wait a minute, it is worth wondering, I might actually move forward with my shield. I still don't understand why my shield was immune to everything the Fire Scorpions did, but, well, it makes me wonder if the shield has some type of resistance to fire that I'm unaware of. If that's the case, it could actually come in quite handy for this little fight. I could go with the DPS that my blacksmith provides me. Of course, bringing along Grim to maybe divert Lostmauth away is also helpful, but Sheila kind of provides me with a jack-of-all-trades scenario. So, I think I'm going to forge on with Sheila. If I get wrecked by Lostmauth, I'll come back here and I'll probably come in with a different companion. But I think I'll move forward with Sheila. Time to go on then. I've seen this scene a gazillion times.
We shall meet again in Neverwinter, after you have laid it to waste.
Indeed, but first, I believe I shall have a meal.
And by meal, he means he's gonna have a Hertz donut, along with a knuckle sandwich. Already chipping away a little bit at Lostmauth's health. He is, of course, bulky. He's going to be much bulkier than the Fire Scorpions were, but as you can see, I'm swinging away. I'm doing some solid damage. He is taking a long time with these attacks, so it's giving me plenty of opportunities to just sort of swing away uninterrupted. Gonna drop my Orcus Ball. I'm definitely benefiting a lot from how long Lostmauth is just sitting there breathing fire on nothing. That is certainly proving to be helpful. I've already dealt plenty of damage to him in a short amount of time. I've almost got about 10% of his health down. Of course, it seems like I'm going to be able to get him down to a fairly reasonable amount of health pretty quickly. What I find to be most difficult about this fight, because I don't have much in the manner of guard, it's going to be difficult contending with the stalactites he drops once he leaves the battlefield. Of course, looking around, the fireballs, those are not that problematic. I just have to keep close to Lostmauth, and given that I'm a sword user, I have no reason to keep myself at a distance from Lostmauth. Drop my lion. Already doing good damage to Lostmauth. He's at about 80% of his health. Yeah, okay, lay down the crescendo. Cancel a crescendo. Get myself a good position against Lostmauth. And looking at having an update on Sheila. Sheila hasn't taken any damage from Lostmauth, but I haven't been able to notice if Sheila's actually been getting hit by Lostmauth. He's been attacking very, very slowly. I'm causing a good amount of damage to Lostmauth. He's not as bulky as Full Minorax the other day. Oh boy, and he gets me stunned, but that's not really that consequential. So we're seeing some different powers from Lostmauth. I have to make sure to keep myself out of those red areas, but that does not project to be that difficult. Oh my, here we go. This is where things take an interesting little twist when he starts with the knockback attacks. As you can see, that big pool of lava, I definitely have to keep out of that. That saps away 1/5 of my health for every second that I'm in it, which obviously means that if I am in it for 5 seconds, I'm dead. Thankfully, I brought some Mass Scrolls of Life, so I am prepared to use them if Lostmauth does wreck me. Oh my, I didn't even see that coming, so I'm actually going to pop a Fighter's Recovery to get my health back up. And I'm able to do so without too much problem. He's breathing fire in multiple directions now. And yes, so here comes the lava part. This actually kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Not because I don't think I can handle it, but mostly because, like, oh boy, that's a lot of lava that does a lot of damage really quickly. So it makes me a little bit nervous when I'm alone as I am. So given that I'm losing about 25% of the battlefield, it does restrict my mobility to a small extent, and I'm not able to get my guard up in time, but that's not really that big a deal. The blow does not deal much damage. Gonna get up the crescendo, and oh my, I take a huge hit. I don't even know what from, but, well, I'm able to get up a greater stone of health, and it does not prove to be that effective. Okay, and now I'm losing, looks like I'm losing about 1/3 of the battlefield. Seems to have some kind of laser attack. I'm not sure what that is. I've never actually even seen him use that. That's also probably because I've never even had the fight last this long without my part. And oh, I'm getting pushed into the lava. I'm able to get out of that quickly before it's able to kill me. Got him down to a little over half health. Again, I've never actually seen this little... Oh my, that is a mighty, mighty blow. And I'm able to get my health back up with a Fighter's Recovery, but this is going to certainly be interesting. I'm figuring I'm going to probably end up needing to... And oh my, that is a mighty blow. Again, I've never seen him use that laser attack before. I guess I am, in that respect, going in a little bit cold turkey because I've never seen him use that before. Although, looking at it, it seems like he has his lasers on me for a moment, and then out comes the mighty blow. I'm not able to dodge the stunning part of that attack. Oh my, I'm getting rolled over big time. Losing about half the battlefield or not half the battlefield, it looked like half the battlefield for a moment. Oh my, yep, I'm going to get up my shields, and I'm going to shield that blow without too much difficulty since I'm in guard. Thankfully, that's not too problematic. He's at about half health, so he's going to be flying away pretty soon. And it seems he's flying away now, so I'll step into the middle of the battlefield. I know how to do this pretty well, but I hope I have the guard. Alright, so I tank that blow without much difficulty. Tank that blow without much difficulty. Maybe I'll get out of the way for this one. It's doing a lot of damage to me even when I'm in guard. Yeah, I think getting out of the way is probably the more pragmatic thing to do at this point. So I got him to about half health. Things are pretty easy going within the first 20% of his health, but they get a little bit trickier as I weaken him further. I would assume... I didn't even know about that little laser attack of his, so I'm wondering if there's more to this fight that I have to learn. Oh, he's got the lasers up. Gonna get my shield up and still take a big hit, probably because I didn't have I had my back facing him, and oh yeah, I get stunned by that little attack, but I get knocked out of it by the fireball, so I'm not stunned for long. Oh my, I'm going to try to... Okay, so I also failed to tank that. Gonna get up my lion. That will help me a good bit. Of course, having my lion around will help me to counter that laser blow very effectively. I just have to be certain that I conserve my lion until I actually need it. Okay, so Lostmauth at a little less than half health. Proving to be a tricky little fight. I didn't expect this to be easy, but there is an interesting amount of stuff in the manner of mechanics to learn. I tanked that blow pretty easily, and oh wow, I'm losing half the battlefield now to the lava. I'm not able to actually move now because I can't go left or right, so I'm mostly forced to stay stationary. I'm stunned once again, but that's of very little consequence. And I'm losing about half the battlefield in just a moment to... Oh wow, I'm actually losing a little bit more when you factor that I can't step in the way of that fire without dying. But that fire does not last very long. Here comes the laser. Oh my, and I'm going to take a big blow. Yep, that was predictable. I got knocked down from the fire. That was going to happen. I'm able to pop a greater stone without too much problem. Oh my, so we have the knockback attack combined with the lava. And funny enough, I've actually been paying so much attention to Lostmauth's lasers. Oh, and I'm able to get up my guard just in time to get rid of the majority of that attack. So now I have the lion on deck. I'm going to keep an eye on when Lostmauth's laser attack comes up next. I'm going to use that knowledge to be able to get up the lion to tank that laser attack pretty freely. With the lion up, I have enough temporary HP where I can eat up that blow pretty simply. Looking at Lostmauth, he's down to about a third of his overall health. We're going to see an appearance from the stalactites one more time before this one's all said and done. Oh, yep. Get up the lion, and I'm going to be able to fire off this... Yeah, wow, that actually... If that would have killed me... Of course, I also would have had my guard up. If I didn't pop the lion, I would have definitely had my guard up. Going to put my guard up for this one. Oh, and I still take a huge blow. Probably going to want to stop using Crescendo at this point and save up my action points for fighter's recovery. Oh my, I gotta step out of the way there. And I'm losing about 2/3 of the battle... Well, really, I'm losing about 25% of the battlefield because I can't go over to that portion of land over there to the Lostmauth's right. I can't really go over there because of the lava, so I'm losing effectively 3/4 of the battlefield when he uses that attack. I have my action points on deck, but I'm going to go ahead and conserve those. Oh my, I'm actually going to get absolutely destroyed by the fire. That's very annoying. But I pop a quick mass scroll of life to get right back in the fight. Not the end of the world. I must not have noticed the red indicating the lava, but I get stunned. Now I actually have to be very careful of that stunning attack when I'm near the fireballs and when there's fire, because the fireballs could then easily knock me into the lava. I have got to get off of this tile as it's going to be populated with fire pretty soon. I gotta admit, in all the times I've run this with actual people before, I've never seen that little laser attack, so I'm interested by that. Another interesting thing I've noted is that Lostmauth is at about 10% of his health, and we have yet to see a reappearance from the stalactites. I'm a little bit curious about that. Oh, wow, and I am going to probably get killed again because I run out of stamina. That's annoying. Gonna drop down a crescendo. Got him to about 10% of his health. Get up my guard to prevent him from stunning me. Oh, we got the lasers again. Oh my, and I gotta get out of that little area or I'm going to get burned very, very badly by the lava. Oh yeah, I'm actually down to about 5% of the battlefield here as he breathes his fire on me while I can't really move that much. But he's down to his last little bit of his health. I gotta get out of the way of the fire, and he's almost dead. Almost got him. And there we go. That's ballgame. Lostmauth is gone. Okay, so that was not that bad. I only had to use 2 scrolls of life. That's not really the end of the world. So let's have a look at what I get. The daily dungeon chest key. Okay, nothing. I can use these greater green dragon glyphs to replace the one that I never burned through with this run. Other than that, I got a rank 5, some seals, and a salvageable. Really not that big a deal. Now let's see what I get with my arcane dragon key. Fingers crossed for something nice. Yeah, nothing of particular note. Some refinement tools, some seals, a rank 5, and a salvageable. I will send those salvageables over to one of my alts, as I already have a lot of rough AD on this character. Send the salvageables. Let's see if I can locate them in my inventory. I have a very, very full inventory after a long run like that. Send those salvageables over, and yeah, that's going to entail my reward. So let's have a look at the stats. Okay, damage dealt 73 mil. Damage taken about 10 mil. Downs, the three downs I suffered, not the end of the world. About 10 million damage healed, 82 things killed, and in a little over an hour and 2 minutes. That's not the absolute best, but it's not as if I was looking to speedrun this. I was really more or less looking to just solo this in general. But anyway, there you have it. I have now soloed the Lair of Lostmauth, making this the 4th epic dungeon I have ever soloed, all in the last 4 days. So, I've only got one tier 1 dungeon left to solo, and this one proves to be a mighty challenge. I've been told by numerous people that soloing this dungeon is not really possible. I think I'm kind of inclined to agree, but I of course, Mr. Super Uber competitive me, I really cannot accept that without seeing for myself. Yes, I'm going to be trying to solo Valindra's Tower tomorrow. Now, I tried to solo Valindra's Tower a few months ago. I was significantly weaker. I was about a 10,000 item level. I'm about 14.2 now, so I'm a lot stronger than I was back then. Back then, I could not even get past the first magical gate before I had to give up. Here, I'm hoping for, well, a little bit better in the manner of results. So, a couple interesting developments of things I didn't even know about this dungeon. I did not know about Lostmauth's little laser attack, and I did not know that Sheila is apparently immune to fucking everything. That is an interesting, in this dungeon, of course, not everything in general, but that was a very interesting little development that I learned. But having said that, okay, so it looks like I have a few new comments. I had, I think, about 3 or 4, and I'm up to 11 comments that I'm going to go ahead and open up real quick. Gamer5245, I certainly appreciate you cheering me on. Of course, it's people like you I do try to run this sort of thing for. I do this a lot I do this a bit for myself, like run epic dungeons for myself. It's sort of like a pride thing, like, hey, look at me, I just soloed, Lair of Lostmauth, Shores of Turn, Kessel's Retreat, and Mailbox Castle. Like, hey, look at me, I can do that. Like, sure, that's part of it, but, I think that's also something that's pretty cool for the Neverwinter community in general, like, hey, if you get up to this level, you'll be ready to do this cool little thing. So I appreciate your support, and looking at it, Mr. Rabbit LOL, you can do VT, but get ready to use scrolls because she summons the hand and that's it for you. yeah, I can't really debate you on that one. I do have some scrolls prepared. Right now I've got about 12. Thinking I might add some scrolls to that collection in the time to come up between now and the end of that dungeon. But yeah, that is something I will spend the next day or so mulling over. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow it's Valindra's Tower, and that would actually conclude all of the Tier 1 dungeons of having done them solo here on YouTube. So tomorrow I'm thinking I want to do this at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I've been doing these last few days. So I thank everybody for tuning in, and I suppose I'll see you tomorrow in the City of Fae for some Valindra's Shadow Mantle slaying.